When we're reading English Bible translations, there are many concepts which get lost in translation. Where here I want to talk specifically about so-called inheritance. Where let's start here with the verb klaru from G28:20, which we see there's only one occurrence in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11, right here, which the King James here is translated inheritance. Now you see in the definition it says lot, to choose by lot, cast lot, which the Devar translates be lotted. It's a verb, which has a little side note here, designate as participator by lot. And there's other words in the same word family, different parts of speech, where if we just type in G28:19, G28, this brings us to klaros, which is a masculine noun, which they've translated lot here, and then part, inheritance, and heritage. Now, klaros as the thing or the noun it's a lot. So if you look at some of these verses in the Devar translation, let's look at Matthew 27:35. They've also translated it lot. In fact, this is how they translated it in all of the occurrences. The problem with translating this word inheritance is because it doesn't express the divided portion of a lot or a part. So here you see they translated it part, which is definitely the concept of a lot. Not everybody gets the same part, but the inheritance is the whole thing, see? So inheritance is not a good definition of this word family here. It's a lot. So if we click here, they translated the word twice. Here's Colossians 1:12. Let's giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance. It's a lot. Right here. For the part of the lot. Part. Acts 26:18. Away from the authority of the Satan unto God, that they take remission concerning faillances and an allotment in among those having been hallowed. Where again, they've translated it inheritance here, but they also translated it lot 8 times. Why can't they just be consistent? Why do they have to translate it inheritance? Which now brings us to yet another word in the same word family from G28:18, G28:18, where notice now this is a compound of 2 words. It's a compound of the previous 2 parts of speech that we considered, but now we have this stem here, which is nomos, which is actually from the word law, which defines law. So the allotment has the concept of law now. We back up here. Kleronomos, which this is a masculine noun here, which they've translated heir in all of the occurrences of this word, heir. So let's consider the first occurrence in Matthew 21:38 in the Devar. Well, what do you know? Law according allotee. See, the concept of law in this word is significant. It's present in the Greek text. Nomos, part of the word, which should not be just ignored, which concerns a lot, an allotment. This is the thing, the noun, and law according to law, a law according alati. Where now if you search the Devar Works translation software and you just type in law-accord, in fact, you could just take the ing out here. We got 55 hits, same amount. Here are more derivations. There are several more derivations of this word family concerning things according to an allotment, a law according allotment, allot, law accordingly, allotee, etc., etc. Where if we go to G2817, G2817, here's another form. This is a feminine noun. Kleronomia, which they've translated here inheritance 14 times. Where the first occurrence is here in Matthew 21:38. Law according the allotment, where here is actually the other word from 28:18. So here's 28:18 and here's 28:17 in the same verse, which again, the concept of law is in this word. Should be included, like the Devar has done here. Then we also have one more, 28:16. So G2816. Kleronomeo, which is a verb now. This is the action, the word of action, which they've translated inherit, be heir, obtained by inheritance. Where the first occurrence is Matthew 5:5 here, where again, the Devars translated this verb, law accordingly allot the earthland, Matthew 5:5, which is a part in the allotment of sons of God down here. So although they allot the earthland portion of the kingdom of the heavens, theirs is the regency of the heavens still. Sons of God are equal to angels, Luke 20:36, but their law according portion is the earthland, where others allot higher status than these. Because the audience Jesus is speaking to here are parabolically a third watch time audience, which I talk about in other videos. Yeah, right here, video 111, the Beatitudes, which I highly recommend watching. But the point of this video is that the concept of law is included in this word family here. Where here in the notes, I've just simply outlined all of the Strong's numbers, different parts of speech. So we have the verb, feminine noun, masculine noun, verb. These don't have the stem of law. That's why they translated it simply as lot or be lotted, where these do. So they include the law hyphen. The hyphen is because it's all one word, of course. And of course, let me also point out that the context of law, according to our allotment in Christ, is not the law of Moses. Because you are not able to be justified in the law, nomos, of Moses. The context of our allotment is faith. It's through faith, which the law of Moses was not out of faith. Which all this is beside the point, but that not one is justified by the law of Moses, which we just read, with God is obvious, since the righteous will live out of faithing. For we reckon the human to be justified in faithing without works of the law of Moses. So we're according to the law of the faithing, hence Romans chapter 8, verses 16 and 17. As children, law according allates also, law according allates of God, and law according allates of Christ, etc. Where watch this video for the free software. God bless.